Hi guys, welcome back to my XPS guide. Now I'm gonna review Yuraisaha. So let's start from her stats. Like you can see that her stats is quite good. Okay, like you can see that normal form she gets plus 300 spirit, but her pressure form doesn't have that. But again, I don't think that will matter that much because both forms are pretty tanky. Okay, both forms are resistant to magic attack. Really nice. She will have hard time if you want her to die, okay, unless of course the enemy utilize like nasty attack, but yes, you get what I mean. Okay, very good in terms of spirit and health. And yes, even I said it is good, I also kind of disappointed because still she doesn't have fatal damage protection. So yes, she may have problem on preemptive attack if you don't have phase C. Okay, and yes, she has minus 50% chance of being targeted, but again, I don't think this passive has any usage because I think on every trials we kinda need 100% provoke, so whether she has this minus 50% or not won't make any difference. Okay, and that's it. There is nothing special on her stats. Sure, not bad, but again, nothing special. So I think that's all about her stats. Now let's take a look on her normal form. So first, on normal form, what is good on Neo Vision is she able to give your party insect and dragon killer, okay, both physical and magic by 100%. So yes, you gonna love her on dark vision or a trial where you need that insect and dragon. Not only insect and dragon, she also has beast and demon killer, but they are only 75% and only affects single character, so you need to dual cast it unlike the insect and dragon killer. But still, 4 killers on one character, pretty good. What about other support? It is also pretty good, 50% damage mitigation. It is like a must on today's standard, okay? Some enemy have like cheap health damage or fixed attack, so this 50% damage mitigation gonna help you to survive. And not only 50% damage mitigation, this ability also give you 3500 barrier. So yes, pretty amazing defensive abilities. For stats buff, she has 250% spammable. Okay, you don't need to worry if you need to dispel or get dispelled because you can simply cast it again on the next turn. 250%, very top tier. Okay, I know that lots of characters able to buff themselves by 300%, but still this is good for your, let's say, tanker or support or other characters. And not only stats buff, this ability also still imperil from all allies and increase your wind, earth, light, and dark resist by 75%. So yes, if you need one of these elemental resist, you can easily refresh your stats buff at the same time. Okay, really amazing. And still imperil, maybe not that useful on trial because the enemy usually imperil and attack at the same turn. So even if you remove the imperil, you still on the next turn you probably gonna get the imperil back and take the full damage. But still, it's useful when that situation don't happen. So yes, I think she is the only one who able to do this on the game. So yes, it is special. And on the global, she has all elements resist. It's only for 3 turns, okay, and it is cooldown ability, but still it is all elements, so you can use it if you want. And to help your 50% damage mitigation, she also has 35% physical and magic mitigation. So yes, I must say she is really complete except for stats break resist. So let's hope your healer or other characters on your party able to give your party stats break resist, okay? But again, if the enemy only inflicts stats break and don't attack on that turn, you don't need to worry because she can also steal that stats break and apply it to herself, which is not important because your tanker gonna protect her. And I think her limit burst on normal form is kinda useless because like you have seen before that her normal ability gives you 250% while this one only 200%. So save your limit burst for Brave Shift form, except if you need that 200% faster ability roll rate, but I don't think so. Okay, so let's take a look on her Brave Shift form. She loses her killer's buff on Brave Shift. Instead, she get Yuraisaha level healing and 70 MP, okay, AoE MP recovery. So this is really good because like you know that Neo Vision MP usage is huge. So a support that able to heal MP is really appreciated. And yes, if 70 MP is not enough, she also has single target MP recovery 220 MP. So wow, pretty amazing. And luckily on her Brave Shift form, she still has that 50% damage mitigation buff. Okay, so if you don't need that killer, then maybe it's better to stay on Brave Shift form instead of normal because you have access to healing and MP recovery. And yes, she has that all elements resist except for poison and silence. Okay, so I must say it's almost perfect, okay, but again, she still doesn't have that stop and charm and stats break resist, so be careful about that. But for ailments, I think this is perfectly okay because silence, you don't need to worry about silence. Almost, yeah, you really rarely use silent magic, I mean, okay, so if you get inflicted by silence, I don't think that's a big deal. For poison, on some battle, it will trouble, but on most situation it is also okay. And she gets 60% magic and physical mitigation for 2 turns. It is cooldown ability, okay, 4 turns cooldown. So yes, you can use it to time with enemy nasty attack to protect your party. Really nice. And on this Brave Shift form, she has 2 grandest ability. The first grandest ability is, again, it is really nice for Dark Vision if you need to use your limit burst fast. Okay, this is really good. 40 limit burst gauge. It is enough to fill Terra Neo Vision limit burst. Okay, and this 100% limit burst damage is also useful. But again, if you already have Realm, and yes, the reason you pull for Yuraisaha is because of this, then I suggest you not to do that because yeah, Realm also able to do almost the same, okay? Using her abilities, she able to fill Terra limit burst gauge to full on the first turn and also boost her limit burst damage by 100%. So if this is your reason to get Yuraisaha, then maybe it's better to get Realm through UOC. Okay, if you still don't have Yuraisaha at all at this point. And another special thing about this normal form is she has debuff removal. She can use it 3 times. Okay, so it is really good. You can use it to remove Imperil or other nasty thing. I believe it can also remove accuracy debuff. So yes, pretty nice, I must say. And for all stats buff, wow, it is pretty nice because it is 280% all stats buff. Okay, close to perfect, only 20% less than maximum. Very amazing. And don't forget 6,000 health barrier and 180 MP. So this kind MP recovery that comes from your limit burst is gonna be really useful because let's say if the enemy drain your MP, then you have a backup to recover your party MP, okay, with this kind of abilities. Really amazing buffer. And yes, I think that's all you need to know about Yuraisaha Brave Shift form. Now let's take a look on equipment. So on her equipment, she is a buffer, so she doesn't rely on her stats that much. But again, try to max her spirit and health for her survivability. Higher spirit also benefit you to have better healing and better MP and health regen. She has some health and MP regen abilities, which probably gonna be useful for you on the battle. But again, I think you really need to max her limit burst gauge regen. When max, you get 12 limit bursts per turn, so you don't need to worry about the duration of your buff because you can always cast it every 3 turns. Pretty amazing if you have maximum limit burst regen. Okay, so that's all for equipment. Now my conclusion for Yuraisaha. So like I have said on my previous video, she is probably the best buffer for a long time. Okay, on global maybe we will get Neo Vision Awaken Sylvie later and she will become better than Yuraisaha, but until that happen or may not happen, she can become really good on your party. Okay, really nice, also able to act as a healer. Okay, I think I prefer to use her instead of that Lotus Mage Fina, because Lotus Mage Fina, yes, I know the utilities are kind of different. Lotus Mage Fina has that AoE re-raise, she doesn't have that, but still overall I like this Yuraisaha compared to Lotus Mage Fina. And her 4 killers buff and limit burst damage are super useful on Dark Vision. Okay, so if you are really into Dark Vision, then yes, having her gonna be great asset for you. But again, Realm is also really good, guys. Okay, I think if you don't need that killers and you have Realm, you don't need to get Yuraisaha, because yes, Realm also able to fill limit burst gauge to the full and get 100% limit burst damage buff. Okay, so yes, I can say that Yuraisaha is kinda Realm on steroid. Okay, really nice buffer. And that's for Realm. I also like her STMR because wow, it's pretty good, 95 spirit. If I remember correctly, it is the highest spirit head on the game. Amazing. And it also increase your health by 30%. So this Yuraisaha hairpin gonna be really good for your AoE magic cover, I guess, if they don't need that elemental resist. So pretty nice. And yes, I think that's all you need to know about Yuraisaha. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Private Exvius guide. Bye bye, guys.